Hi, I'm Owen Fitzpatrick, author of the book, The Charismatic Edge, and creator of the online Charisma Training Academy. And in this video, I want to talk to you about inner beauty. Now, inner beauty is something I was asked about. I did a sort of a survey. Well, I didn't do a survey. I put it on Facebook, but I put something on Facebook whereby I asked my viewers, the people that at least check Facebook, what do they want me to do a video on? And one of the things that I was asked to do a video on was inner beauty. And this fits into something else I was asked to talk about, which is self-image and learning from a role model and stuff. So when I bring those two together, integrate them, along with presence and authenticity, so we kill 3 birds with 1 stone. But genuinely, the only reason I want to kill those, by the way, I don't believe in killing birds. So I just want to put that out there. I'm not into the whole murdering defenseless birds. Okay, so, especially with stones. I mean, that presupposes I'd be able to hit a bird with a stone. There's no way if I threw a stone at a bird, I would hit it. Never mind kill it. I wouldn't even hit it. My aim is terrible. Especially 3 birds with 1 stone. I mean, you want to be a super duper human to be able to do that. I don't even know where I was. Oh yeah, self-image and inner beauty. Sorry, I'm laughing at myself here. But that's one of the qualities that you need if you want to be able to be beautiful inside. You need to be able to have a sense of humor. So I do want to talk about those 3 topics because I think they all fit together. First of all, let's talk about inner beauty. I know what you're saying. You're looking at me and you're going, oh God, outer beauty. You must be a model. Actually, no, I was never a model. We could talk about that for hours, but genuinely speaking, a lot of times I worry that people are going to look at me and just think, this is just a pretty face. But then nobody ever says I'm a pretty face. So I have to say to myself, and I have to look in the mirror and tell myself I'm beautiful. But that external need for me to be beautiful is something that a lot of us need. And that's why makeup industry, not for guys necessarily, although some guys, which is totally cool if that's what you do, and mostly women, the makeup industry is huge, multi-gazillion dollars out there that is spent on that every single year. So again, there's a lot of people that invest on the outside appearance and the way in which they look. And I know that people buy certain designer clothes and stuff like that. When I go to Italy, they're so well dressed there. They look so great. But around the world, people look after their appearance and focus a lot on, external beauty. Nowadays, we've got Tinder, which is a dating app whereby you look at a person's picture and then you swipe right or swipe left. And if you're not attracted to them externally, you go, but if you are attracted to them, you go, and by doing so, if they do the same thing, you match up with them. So in many ways, we become more and more, let's not say shallow, but focused on external beauty. And so the real question is that, what does this say about internal beauty? We talk about beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and we say, it's what is in a certain side of a person's soul that is really, what really matters. And I actually do agree with that. I do believe that. Because at the end of the day, we've all seen people who are ridiculously attractive, but after talking to them for a few minutes, we're like, God, please kill me or kill them, one of us. At the same time, you've also been in situations where you met someone who wasn't necessarily attractive, but the more you got to know them, the more that you liked them, the more that you found them attractive, the more that you thought to yourself, this person's great, this person's wonderful. And so inner beauty is your ability to be able to really like who you are, be comfortable with who you are, be fully you. And to me, that's why I connected with authenticity. I connected with your ability to be yourself, to allow people to see the real you, to be 100% present with them. Inner beauty is your ability to be able to feel good about yourself. And the more that you're you, the more that you feel good about you, the more that you reveal you to the rest of the world, the more other people will start to like you for that. Because one of the greatest gifts we can give to another person is letting the person really see us. Brené Brown talks about the idea of the power of vulnerability, which is wonderful. And the ability to be able to open up and let people see the real you. Frails, faults, foibles, and all. And what I believe is that the more that you do allow a person to see the real you, the more that you start to let yourself be you around people, rather than trying to put on this act or face or making a real effort to avoid showing any form of your personality. The more you let yourself be you with other people, the more that other people will connect with that and will want to be around that. When we talk about the self-image of the most successful, most charismatic people I know, a lot of role models that I've learned over the years, one of the things is that the way they see themselves is, this is who I am. Like me or not, this is who I am. And the more that they have that, the more easy it is for them to present that image to the world. So inner beauty comes from your ability to let yourself be yourself. Inner beauty comes from the idea that you're treating yourself well and that you're valuing and loving yourself deeply. Now, by loving yourself deeply, I mean being able to look at all of your good points and bad points and saying, you know what, I'm there for you, Owen. Not necessarily, unless you're me talking to me, or your name is Owen. If your name is Owen, this works. If not, change the name, because otherwise it's not love for you, it's love for me, or someone called Owen. If your husband's name is Owen, it might still work. Anyway, I'm off the point. What I mean is when you're talking to yourself, so when you're speaking to yourself about yourself and some of the good points and some of the bad points, it's very easy to beat the crap out of yourself and say horrible stuff to yourself and insult yourself and detract from yourself and, why am I always like this? I'm so stupid, I'm such an idiot. Maybe you were an idiot, maybe you made a mistake, but you need to get to the point that just like if a loved one of yours did something stupid, you forgive them because you love them. If you're in an argument with someone, you forgive them because you love them. You calm down because you love them. The same needs to be true of you. So the more that you can demonstrate to yourself all of the good qualities, the more you can spend time nurturing the inner you, the more likely you are to start to demonstrate that beauty to the outside world. Now, the next step is you need to then express that to the rest of the world. So you need to be flexible in working with different people and express to the different people that you meet exactly what positioning you want in their mind, how you want them to feel about you. So you have to choose the parts of you that you want to reveal, but it has to be you that comes from. So a lot of times we learn different communication skills, how to create rapport, how to be able to smile, how to be able to listen. Oh, really, really. And all of that is great, but it's all external stuff. What I'm suggesting is that if you can tap into the part of you that's fascinated with other people, if you can start to explore the part of you that's kind and sweet and nice and generous and wonderful and beautiful and loving, and you can allow those parts of you, whichever parts you want to reveal to everyone else, for them to see the real you, that enables you to start to really make a connection with people, because it's you being open and letting people see through all of the, I suppose, the walls that we put up in our life. And again, that's one of the biggest problems, is that we hide our inner beauty because we're too afraid of what people might think. We're too afraid of how people might feel about us. But to me, the more that you let people see the real you, the more you realize there's nothing to be afraid of. Because some people will, react negatively to it, but they're the people that don't matter. And the only negative way that they react to it, the trolls or the haters out there, the only reason that they do that is because they feel themselves a sense of self-hatred inside. And again, they're not nurturing their own inner beauty. All the money that we spend on, making sure our hair is looking good, making sure we look good from a skin point of view, from a teeth point of view, from a clothes point of view, all the workout that we engage in to make sure we're healthy, that's all grand, that's all good. There's nothing wrong with that, that's great. But we also have to look at inside. And if you're beating the crap out of yourself every single day, comparing yourself to other people who you think are more beautiful than you and feeling insecure and feeling lesser than someone else, and on the outside you're busy trying to catch up with yourself, pouring makeup on or trying to work out like crazy so you can have this body so somehow you can do it, you're always going to be reaching. So it's really essential that you learn to accept yourself. And when you accept yourself, and when you allow yourself to be who you are and you let other people see that, when you're 100% present with them, not distracted by all of these other thoughts or worries or concerns, but you're 100% with the people there, then that's what we call nurturing your own soul, nurturing your inner self. The more that you nurture that, the more that you're creating a makeup for your inner mind. And the more that you create that makeup, the more you're starting to make that feel beautiful. Because at the end of the day, when you were a baby and you were born, you learned a bunch of stuff. But some of the stuff helped you, some of it didn't. Some of it is learning fears and negative things and negative ideas. Some of it's learning to speak negatively to yourself. But also you learn some wonderful things as well. And part of working on yourself means working on the inner you, working on the you that's hurt, the you that's sensitive, the you that's silly, the you that's, I suppose, makes mistakes. And making sure that you nurture that part, that you send love to that part, that you send love to yourself in many ways. So what I'd ask you to do is start to take some time, just now, to think about inside of you. Not like the inside, like organs and stuff like that, because that's like, ugh. But the real inner you, who you are deep down, who you are inside, and maybe who you might have been afraid that what the world might think. And let that inner you begin to shine. Allow yourself to start to treat that inner you with respect, with love, with care. If you're spending all this money and all this time on your external appearance, maybe it's time that you started to spend some time and energy on what you feel and think internally, and starting to let yourself feel the confidence, let yourself feel the love that you have for yourself as well. By doing so, then you can then start to express yourself more flexibly to the different people. You can start to communicate who you truly are to the different people in your life and to the people that you meet. And by doing that, you're more likely to make more of a difference. Really, to me, that's about building your self-image up. Your self-image is how you see yourself. Well, you can see yourself when you look in the mirror, but you can also see yourself when you stop and you imagine yourself in your mind. And it's time to make sure that you color and make that image that you see in your mind look even more beautiful, even more attractive. I believe when you do that, when you work on that, when you start to learn from how other people describe themselves, some role model describes themselves, how they deal with people that are negative towards them, how they handle that effectively, by learning the keys to what they do, I believe that you'll find yourself being able to build your own self-image in the most effective way, and you're able to build your own inner beauty. Because at the end of the day, your inner beauty makes you look so much more wonderful externally as well. So let other people see your light. To me, we're holding in that darkness and we're preventing the world to see how beautiful we are. Show the world how beautiful you are. And it doesn't come with lip gloss, and it doesn't come with a new haircut, and it doesn't come with new clothes. It comes with letting people see you. It comes from taking off, not your clothes, because that would freak people out, but taking off the external needs and letting people see the real you shining through. I really hope that you take some time to work on your own inner beauty. I hope you can learn from what the most confident people you know do and how they think from their self-image, and how you can learn from those models how to build up the way you think or feel about yourself. And I hope that you're able to be as authentic and as present with other people as you can, and give them the time, the full 100% time, 100% you, expressing it as fully as you can. And if you do that, I think you'll be even more beautiful than you already are. For now, I'm Owen Fitzpatrick. Make sure you go out into the world, make the world a better place, make an impact on the world, let the world impact you, and as ever, be a legend and a beautiful, gorgeous, hot, sexy legend in your own lunchbox. Thanks for watching.